All right, everybody, and welcome back to Cootes Paradise. My name is Luca Bernardini.
My name is Misha Moisenko.
We are here for week 7. We took a couple-week break. We were actually in Florida.
Yeah.
We went to Dolphins-Giants. We went to Dolphins-Panthers.
Yes.
Which was fun. So
2 NFL games.
Sorry for no content. We had no good mics or anything like that, so we didn't want to ruin the quality, you know?
Yeah, the audio would have been in shambles.
Yeah, so we figured we'd just take a couple weeks off while we were away, and we came back on Monday, so now we're back for the podcast.
Yeah. And we finally may have the video come up as well.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
We got a new video software. You can see in the studio, we got the mics to work with the video rather than them being separate recordings, which was the problem week 4 when we tried to get it. So hopefully we've got our answer.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just jump right into things.
Spew, I'll get the timer ready.
Okay. I feel like you can go first. There's probably a lot to spew about because we haven't spewed in 2
Yeah, we got 2 weeks of spewing to do. Like in all actuality.
Do you have anything that's like pressing on your mind of what you want to start with?
Well, first I'll start the timer.
Yeah, well
okay.
That's probably a good
3,
idea.
3, 2, 1, spew.
Yeah.
First I'd like to say, let's not like jump the gun and say that the Niners are like a bad team or anything.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone is jumping that gun.
Yeah, but let's like pump the brakes and let's not just assume that they're like in shambles or anything like that.
Yeah. But I think it says more to the Browns than it does to the Niners.
The Browns, very good defense. And I think, and it also shows that even like the Niners aren't this like untouchable team.
Yeah.
That like we all thought they were.
I don't think there is any untouchable team in the NFL.
That's the thing. Like every single team can like lose any given Sunday, which is like interesting because last year I feel like that wasn't the case.
Yeah. I still think this changes the fact that I think there's only like 6 teams that's in actual contention to win the Super Bowl. But it means that the team that's probably favored going into the playoffs may not win. Like the Niners are beatable.
Yeah. The Eagles are beatable.
The Eagles are beatable. The Chiefs are beatable.
Yeah.
The Bills are beatable. The Dolphins are beatable. Everybody's beatable.
The Lions are beatable too. Nobody's
undefeated.
Yeah. Like all those best like teams are 5-1.
Yeah.
And even the Bills, they have 2 losses, right?
They have 2 losses.
Yeah. So even that team has 2 losses.
Yeah.
The Bills are very good.
The Bills are very good. Yeah. But it's the same thing with the Bills. Every year that they do this, where they're always like, oh my God, the Bills are amazing. And then they lose stupid games.
Yeah.
And then that always bites them in the butt in the playoffs.
I think that they're going to beat up on the Patriots this week, though.
I think so, too.
After that, like, underwhelming showing against the Giants.
It's a divisional game, though, but the Patriots look bad. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
The past couple weeks, the Patriots have looked awful.
Yeah. Well, there's like, I don't know. Is it coaching? Is it their players? I feel like they have a pretty weak roster, so I think it could be a bit of both.
Yeah.
And like Bill Belichick is human.
He is a human, so as all coaches are.
He's not God. He is human. So we have discovered that post Brady, that he is human.
Yeah. We may have seen which side of the Brady-Belichick tandem was the...
Well, dude, Brady won as soon as he got to Tampa. He won his first season there.
Yeah.
So I think that shows something.
Yeah, everyone was always like, oh, it's the both of them together.
Nah. Belichick is a great defensive mind, though.
But we know what we say about defensive head coaches in today's NFL.
It doesn't work anymore.
It does not.
They are obsolete.
Yeah.
They're like the Sony Walkman.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Jets and the Eagles. I'd like to bring that game up.
Yes. We didn't really watch much of it.
I know.
We were on our way back.
Coming back from the football game. However, we saw the end of it.
Yeah.
And that was more than enough we needed to see.
Yeah. Hurts is human.
He is. But that pick was bad.
Yeah. Jets pass rush got to him. Lane Johnson was hurt, so O-line issues lead to quarterback pressure.
I think might be
poor decision making. Yeah, I think that the Eagles are still a good team.
I think so too, but I'm just saying I think this is affirming what I've been saying.
Yeah.
That the Eagles are a product of their roster, not a product of how good Jalen Hurts has been.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been my criticism, even of last year. Like, they were the clear-cut best roster in the NFL, the same way the Niners are this year.
Yeah. Purdy is a product of the system.
Yeah,
too.
Let's not say that Purdy's a top 5 quarterback. I don't think that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback either.
He's top 10 though.
Yeah, he is top 10
because the list of quarterbacks that are exceptional is so little.
It is small. He's probably like 7.
Yeah.
However, everyone was saying he's a top 3 quarterback, which I think was pretty nonsense.
Yeah, people jumped the gun.
Last year, I was like, this is a product of the system. It's a product of the system. Same thing with the Niners. Brock Purdy is like probably a top 15 quarterback. However, he's not top 5.
Yeah.
He's a product of the system. Like,
yeah.
Everybody's.
Now, there can be an argument made, and you're not going to like this argument.
I know what you're going to say, and I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah. I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah.
But I will say
Well, you should say it because people probably don't know.
People don't know yet. They can't read our minds. Yeah. But you could argue that Tua is a product of the system.
You could. Now. However,
put any quarterback in that offense.
Mike White went in there and threw it. Pick 6 his first throw.
He had poverty players playing receiver.
No.
He had like Cedric Wilson.
Yeah, and Chosen Anderson, who were playing the whole game.
Man.
And Waddle was out there too.
No, I swear Waddle and Hill were not on the field.
Hill wasn't because he was cramping.
And he didn't even have Mostert. He had like Chris Brooks. Or whatever.
Yeah, who was running hard, bro.
He got hurt as soon as he got a carry.
No, that was like a 30-yard run.
He got hurt though.
Yeah, and then Savon.
It shows you that like and these guys aren't reliable.
And then Salmon Almonds comes in and scores a touchdown.
Okay, I don't think they want to hear this propaganda from you. But what I'm saying
I'll die by my quarterback. I'm sorry.
I know, but like, man, any quarterback with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and like that offensive scheme could probably do that.
Yeah. However, quick story. After the Giants game, we were waiting for the Dolphins players to come out because we found where they kind of walked to their cars, and we were standing there, and all these guys came, and David Long came, and he signed my jersey. So shout out David Long. I was spreading a lot of David Long Jr. propaganda in the offseason, so that was pretty hyped that I got to meet him.
Yeah.
Misha got a good pick, and he got to sign my jersey, so that was awesome. And I was waiting for Tua, and then the security guard was like, all right, that's it. Nobody else is coming. And we're like, damn, like, I don't know. I guess Tua is staying in the facility for a bit or whatnot.
But the thing is, they like told us all to leave too. Like they said, didn't let us stay.
Yeah.
We were like, we'll just wait a little bit longer.
And then we went back the next week for the Panthers game, and I saw the same guys I was waiting next to. And they were like, Tua came 5 minutes after they said to leave.
Yeah.
And he signed everything.
Yeah.
And he was taking pictures and...
Yeah. Sad moment for you as a Dolphins fan.
However... What can you do? I'm not going to get bent out of shape over it, but it would just been nice.
Yeah.
It is what it is, though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving. The Lions look really good.
Yes.
I think the Lions... I was skeptical at the beginning of the year when everyone was saying, like, the Lions are going to be the best team in the NFC North.
I know. I thought it would have been the Vikings.
I thought it was going to be the Vikings, too.
Yeah, same.
However, good on Dan Campbell and the boys.
Yeah.
I commend them because
it's been like a long process too. Like this is multiple years in the making of even Jared Goff like getting comfortable in the system and executing.
Yeah. Now, I was skeptical week 1, I will admit, but they proved me wrong.
Yeah. I thought that they were gonna put up a fight like 9-8, something like that, like barely miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they look like they're gonna be like maybe even like a 11-6 team, maybe even more.
Maybe even 12-5.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like, dude, I don't know. They only have 1 loss as of now. So.
I know. Let's see. They're playing the Ravens this week, which should be a good game.
Yeah, they're on the road too, which it's going to be interesting to see how they play versus a very good defense on the road.
Now, other team I'd like to talk about. How much time do we have to Spew left?
Let me look. We have 2 minutes.
Okay, enough time to talk about how the Bengals are still concerning me.
They won.
But they looked bad.
We didn't watch the game.
No, I watched a good bit of it after, and they had 2 good drives, and they scored touchdowns.
Hey, their defense is playing well.
Their defense is playing well, but their offense can't move. The same thing we saw at the beginning of the year. Their offense cannot move.
The way I look at it, they're undefeated in October.
Yeah, they scraped out those wins, though.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. The Chiefs scraped out a win versus the Jets.
The Jets have a really good defense.
Nobody really talked about it, though. Everyone just sort of...
Because it was one of those games that everybody felt... It felt like, even though the Chiefs are kind of in a close game here, they're still going to win.
Yeah, but that's what happens with good quarterbacks.
That didn't feel like that with this game. This game was a product of the Seahawks' bad play calling in the red zone.
Yeah, I heard that they were in the red zone like 4 times and never scored.
And because they kept going for it on 4th.
Yeah, which is like crazy. You just take the points.
Had they just kicked the field goal 2 times, they win this game.
Yeah. I don't understand all that analytic stuff. I think you just take the points.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah. No, I know. I agree. Depends on the situation. Most of the time, though, take the 3 points.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
However, they kind of just dug themselves a hole by going for it and going for it and going for it and going for it, and Geno could not find the first down, and then the Bengals just get the ball back and have a crappy drive and give the ball back to the Seahawks, and that's exactly what kept happening.
Yeah.
And that was the game. And like I said, the Bengals' points were a product of 2 drives that were really solid. But other than that, could not move the ball for the life of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great read on the Bengals this year. They've been very up and down, really weird.
It's so weird.
But they've been only going up since their major fall in September. Spew,
it is true.
Spew's done, by the way.
Okay.
Weekly picks.
There was a lot to squeeze into that Spew there.
Yeah.
All right. Now, it's been a minute.
Are you doing them live?
I'm doing them live.
Wow. I want to see. I don't know if I did them yet or not.
I like doing them live. I find that I don't think about it as much.
Yeah, because sometimes you overthink a game instead of just trusting your power rankings.
Yeah, and it's fun to just kind of walk through the thought process live on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that. And now this Thursday night, tonight, we're recording on Thursday just because of scheduling. However, we are going to be Wednesdays from now on.
Yeah.
But this week is Thursday. So tonight, interesting game because Trevor Lawrence is questionable. Now, do we have an update on his status?
Still says questionable.
I
As of now.
saw that early in the week that they were saying that he's going to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that he's trying his hardest,
and most likely is going to play.
I think. Yeah, so it's kind of weird with knee injuries. You don't want to battle through one of those.
I still think he's going to play though, based on what I was seeing come out from.
Yeah, I think that he's playing tonight.
Yeah,
which is my pick is the Jags.
Mine as well.
If he's not playing, who's even their backup?
I have no clue. You should know this.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
if they're not playing Lawrence, I would pick the Saints. Probably.
Yeah, I would too. I think the Saints have a better defense. Is that bad to say? I guess better pass rush. Their
defense.
The pass rush of the Jags is pretty good, but
yeah, they both have great defenses.
Yeah.
So
it's close.
You just trust a starting quarterback or a backup one at that point.
Yeah. I would. I'm gonna wait until game time and then make this pick.
Yeah.
Because if it is no Lawrence, I will be going with the Saints.
Yeah, I agree. Next game.
1 p.m. No 9:30 game this week, which is sad because I like the 9:30 games.
Football all day.
We got the Bills and the Patriots.
Bills.
Don't need to talk about it much.
Yeah.
Moving on. The underdog Lions at the favorites, the Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with the Lions here.
Yeah, same.
The Ravens
they look like they have holes.
Plenty of holes. And this is my little tidbit of advice that I picked up this weekend or over the past couple weeks.
Yeah, you had this little realization during the game.
Yeah.
And you're very proud of it.
Yeah, I am proud of this one because the Ravens are not a good red zone team. They fail to score touchdowns on drives where they'll get to the red zone and then just have Justin Tucker kick a field goal. Justin Tucker kicked 6 field goals this weekend.
Against the Titans?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. And you have to imagine that how many points did they have? Can't be more than 18. Maybe they had 1 touchdown. I think they had 1 touchdown and 18 points on field goals. So against a high-powered offense with a solid defense like the Lions.
The Lions have a very good defense, which is crazy. Usually they have a terrible defense.
And with an offense that scores a lot of points, which the Lions have been doing this year, the Ravens cannot keep up. So this is my ultimate mega lock of the week.
Wow.
Pick the Lions.
Lock on an underdog.
Yeah, lock on an underdog.
Wow.
I really like the Lions.
I like it too. I think the Lions are a better team.
I might bet a fair amount of money on the Lions this weekend, considering their odds.
Yeah, no, they're very good odds.
Okay, moving forward, the Las Vegas Raiders against the Chicago Bears. This is going to be a terrible game.
I got the Raiders.
I have the Raiders as well, just because I think the Bears suck again.
Yeah, the game that they won was just luck.
Yeah.
No, well, it wasn't luck, but like it's a fluke sort of game. Like they're not gonna have one of those again.
You and I both picked the Bears over the Vikings last week, and it burned us.
Yeah,
which was so sad, because I think I would have won off his pools if I had picked the Vikings. So disappointing. However, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the Raiders. I think Garoppolo, he is nursing an injury, though. He may not play.
Yeah, I think that they'll win even with their backup. Because Fields is hurt
Fields isn't playing. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So Raiders it is then. I totally forgot about that.
Browns, Colts.
Deshaun didn't practice yesterday. I don't know if he's practicing today. But Deshaun plays Cleveland. Deshaun doesn't play Cleveland. I think there's a little suspense there, but I'm going with Cleveland regardless, simply because I think that defense is really good.
Yeah, I think that it'll be a close game though.
I do too.
Yeah. Even if Deshaun plays, I think it's a close game.
I'm going with Cleveland no matter what.
And like Minshew's got some like tape and footage on him now. I think they'll be able to figure him out.
Last week he didn't look very good.
Yeah.
So Cleveland all the way, no matter Deshaun or not. Okay. The Commanders against the Giants. I have the New York Giants.
Yeah, I have the Giants as well.
Interesting. I thought you were going to clown me for that pick.
No, I liked what I saw against the Bills.
Their defense looked good.
Yeah. The fact that they did that against the Bills is very promising.
Yeah. And Tyrod looked okay.
Yeah.
He looked better than Daniel Jones has looked. I'm sorry, Nico.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that he's more talented as a quarterback. I just think he gives them a better chance to win because he'll make less mistakes and he'll make the right throw that he has to at the time when he needs to make it. Obviously,
he was doing everything he needed to do,
except for at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, that he audibled out of a pass and ran it, which was
one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. Yeah. That was like Brandon Staley type decision.
The thing is, if they kicked that field goal, and then
they could just kick a field goal at the end.
At the end of the game, they could have kicked one and won.
You probably can take at least 2 shots to the end zone if you pass the ball, by the way.
Yeah.
There was like 7 or 8 seconds.
Obviously, yeah.
They were at the 1.
And also, why would you line up in under the center? You line up in shotgun so you have more time to throw. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Crazy decision to me.
Yeah.
I think Daboll was probably thinking, okay, you have the RPO. Just go with the formation. Make their defense feel like
make it
like bunch the middle a little bit.
They would run it.
Yeah,
anyone with a logical mind wouldn't run it.
Yeah, well, and what did the Giants do?
Yeah. Okay.
The Bucks and the Falcons.
I got the Falcons.
This one's really hard. I'm going with the Bucks.
Yeah,
they're at home, and the Falcons have been okay. However, what I saw last week really disappointed me. And I said I'm not picking the Falcons this week.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
And I do think the Tampa Bay defense is really good and will force Desmond Ridder to make mistakes. And for these reasons, I'm picking the Bucks.
Yeah. I think that the Bucks can't run the ball. Falcons can. I think that'll just make the game easier for the Falcons. And the Falcons have a pretty good defense. Like average.
It's like solid.
Yeah. It's like serviceable.
Yeah. Still going with the Bucks.
Yeah. Cardinals, Seahawks.
I'm going.
Well, now it's the 4:00 games.
Oh yeah, but now we're in the 4:00 window. How many 4 o'clocks do we have? We have 4. I love the quad box at 4. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Anybody has an Apple TV and watches DAZN, you can get the quad box, and you get when you have 4 games at 4, you put them all in each corner of the screen, and you get. It's just perfect. It's a perfect 4 p.m. setup.
Yes. Seahawks.
I have the Seahawks as well.
Yeah.
However, may have the Cardinals cover. We'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Think about that. Think about that.
Kyler Murray might play.
I don't think he'll play.
Yeah, he probably won't. He might though.
They activated him off the IR, so it's not the. I don't know if he was in the IR or the physically unable to perform.
He's on
list.
the pup list.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is.
I think pup list you could activate them whenever.
Oh yeah,
I think so. Don't know. Don't hold me to it.
yeah. It's confusing because
IR is
Rappaport.
4 weeks minimum.
Yeah, Rappaport. But Jonathan Taylor was on the pup list and had to wait 4 weeks.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they're the same thing, because
Maybe.
Rappaport said he came off the IR and Schefter said he came off the pup list.
Maybe it's the same thing. Why are we even diving
I don't know.
deep into it?
Just curious. Just curious. Okay. Rams, Steelers. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams.
The Steelers concern me.
I don't think the Steelers offense will be able to
No.
do anything.
The Rams offense can move.
Yeah.
And
And the Rams defense can stop people.
Yeah.
So I think it only makes sense.
Rams pretty easily for me.
Yeah.
Chiefs, Chargers. I got the Chiefs.
Same.
I don't think the Chargers are a good team. I'm going to go on a small Justin Herbert rant here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So I would like to just point out, not really going to say much, I'd just like to point out that in all three, I believe it's 3 different times where Justin Herbert was given the ball, down 1 score, chance to win the game, right
And
there, lost every time. He got sacked and went 4-and-out against the Dolphins. He went 4-and-out against the Titans in overtime. And then last week, he threw a pick.
I think he did it against another team too, maybe.
Did he? That would be 4. I can't think off the top of my head, but
I don't remember.
from off the top of my head, he's done it 3 times where you've given this guy a chance to move down the field. Sometimes all you needed was a field goal, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm aware because you always say this to me.
Because everyone is on the Justin Herbert hype train, and I always say, sure, he's a flashy quarterback, but he's not a winner. In the time when he needs his team, his team needs him. He doesn't show up.
Yeah, I think it's coaching, but that's a different debate. I don't want to even
could
argue
be
with
coaching,
you about this
yeah.
because I hear this every single week.
It could be coaching, but you hear it, but the viewers don't hear it. So
I know.
I still would like to bring it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Packers, Broncos. This game's really hard for me because, to me, Jordan Love has looked bad. Like, when I have watched the Packers play, he's given me zero confidence that he can win football games. And their record is 2-3, and one of their wins was against the Saints when Derek Carr got hurt.
Yeah,
And
when they couldn't.
They couldn't score. If the Saints scored 1 point,
I know.
they would have won that game. Like 1 point in after half.
Yeah.
And they had a field goal, I believe, at the end to win it too, and they missed.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, like,
yeah, I don't know. It's like
this is a really tough game for me. It's tougher than you would anticipate it to be.
The fact that it's like Denver's at home is helping me pick them.
I'm going with them.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to go with them because, yeah, it is harder to play in Denver because of the altitude.
Yeah,
it has been a known thing. Jordan Love has looked sorry to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I apologize.
He's underwhelming.
Yeah, every time I want him to do something good, he just doesn't, and it's like
the game against the Raiders was eye opening to me.
Yeah, that was the one as well.
Yeah,
we both had picked the Packers that day, and we got disappointed pretty heavily. So I have the Broncos for now.
I think like the Broncos look like they could move the ball more than the Packers.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like, even though like both teams are just absolute tragedies right now.
Yeah. So that's what it is. All right, Sunday night, huge game. Huge game.
Yeah,
Office Pools is pretty split.
I don't even know what I'm gonna do for this game.
Office Pools is pretty split. It's a 6% difference between Miami and Philadelphia. Philadelphia having the small edge. They're I think small favorites. I think -2, -2.5.
Yeah,
something like that.
they're -2 right now. Like off of recency bias, I would pick the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Off of like logical sense, I would pick the Eagles.
Yeah. I'm picking the Dolphins. You should probably pick the Eagles.
Big shock.
You should probably pick the Eagles if that's what your logical sense is telling you.
Yeah.
I'm picking the Dolphins because I got to ride and die by my team.
Well, obviously. I pick the Chiefs every week.
I pick the Dolphins pretty much every week, so
Yeah.
there will not be a week where I don't pick them. Even week 9 against the Chiefs.
Wow.
I will still be going with the Dolphins.
That's a good game, though.
Yeah, you can know all my picks all year for the Dolphins games. I will pick the Dolphins to win every time. Except maybe like week 18 if we rest our starters for whatever reason.
Yeah.
However, I'm going with Miami. I think it's going to be close. I could see us losing. I'm not going to be the we're winning this game.
Yeah.
I probably think it's more likely I'm going to say this that I think it's more likely the Eagles win.
Wow.
I'm putting a disclaimer out there.
That's crazy.
I think it's more likely that we lose.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the greatest read on this game.
Yeah. I have a read on my team.
Yeah. I feel like fans of their teams will have good reads on them.
And I feel as though you should pick Philadelphia if you want to be smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I have seen all the little nuances that the offense has done to win football games, and not just win football games. And like this is the argument that is to be made, that even the best teams go out and like have close, scrappy games against bad teams. Not once has that really happened for the Dolphins. They have blown out,
or they've gotten blown out,
or that's the only time.
Yeah.
It's so weird, except for the Chargers game. That was really close, but I think that's a solid team.
That's
like,
a close game.
I think the Chargers are frustrating, and like that's why they lost that game. I think the Chargers should have won that game.
They should have, in my opinion. They had like more chances to win.
Yeah.
And
Justin Herbert.
Thank you.
Couldn't get it done.
Thank you. I love hearing that.
Anyways, my logical sense is that Miami will lose this game.
Huh. That's interesting.
However, my logical sense also tells me the Dolphins will win in Germany. So, there you have it. Pick the Eagles if you want to be smart about it. Pick the Dolphins if you want the boom potential.
Boom potential.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Monday night game.
I knew that, like, out of all of these games, the one that you would spend longest talking about would be the Dolphins.
I always do.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot to talk about.
Obviously. It's
Yeah.
the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to?
Yeah, I know.
You just paid money to go see them 2 weeks straight.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And you knew what you were getting into.
No, I know.
You'd have to hear me talking about the Dolphins for
Obviously.
4 straight hours, both of those days.
I know. It's so annoying. It's awful.
But you paid to do it twice. That just shows you that this Dolphins team is a fun watch and a fun team to talk about.
Dear God.
Okay. We got the Niners and we got the Minnesota Vikings Monday night. I don't think we need to talk much. I'm going with the Niners. I don't think there's a chance that the Vikings can win this game.
Bounce back game for them.
Easily.
I can't wait to see like a Shanahan masterclass of coaching.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good blowout in my opinion. We'll see though. Okay. Let's get promising.
Yes.
Is it gonna work? Let's see. No, our soundboard isn't working.
You keep talking out of the mic.
Oh.
You've been doing it the whole time.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I can hear myself though. I sound
No,
good.
but sometimes you'll be talking like this
Oh.
when
Whoops.
you're looking at this thing.
Thank you for the adjustment.
No, you're welcome. It was
Okay.
just bothering me.
Okay, let's move on. Let's pull up our promisings here. I've got mine ready, so if you're pulling up, or do you have it ready there?
I'm pulling it up.
Okay, so I'll start. Miami Dolphins money line.
Thank you.
I knew you'd like that one.
Yeah.
Simply because I like the value, because I think, like, I do think it's a coin flip of a game. Probably shouldn't bet on it, for being honest, but it's going in my promising parlay.
Yeah.
Because it has to.
Yeah.
We got the Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. Like I said, mega lock, 10-unit max play.
Wow.
The Detroit Lions. I'm going to single bet this game. I'm probably going to put a bit of money on it because I think it's a very, 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 very good chance that the Lions win, and it's plus money, plus 130. Next, I have the Los Angeles Rams to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pardon me. It's minus 168. I like the odds there. I think it's a very solid chance that they win that game. And then my last thing is the Arizona Cardinals plus 7.5. Simply because I don't think the Seahawks have not been able to put up overwhelmingly amount of points. And I haven't seen a lot from the Seahawks this year. And the Arizona Cardinals have been okay enough on offense that I think they'll cover the plus 7.5. If it was a smaller spread, maybe like a plus 3.5, plus 4.5, maybe wouldn't touch it. But I'd be surprised if the Seahawks won by more than a touchdown. So that is why I have Cardinals plus 7.5. And it is plus 14.90, $10 to win 149.03. Now, what I'm going to do for you all, because you may not want to put the Dolphins in it, is I would suggest, if you're going to swap it out, the game I would say to put in would be the Cleveland Browns to beat the Indianapolis Colts. Simply because I think they're going to win either way, and minus 166 is good odds. So in the event that you take out the Dolphins and you put in the Browns, it's now plus 1048. $10 to win 104.79. I will make that the promising parlay because, like I said, I feel like it is a bit crummy to put in the Dolphins, even though I said I think we're probably going to lose. So I think that is unfair. Yeah. I just wanted you to have a good chuckle.
So are you putting in the Browns?
I'm gonna change it to the Browns.
So you're doing Lions, Browns, Rams,
Cardinals plus 7.5.
Okay, because I have 3 of the same.
No way.
Well, I have like I was either gonna put Rams or Browns, okay, but I'm putting the Lions.
Okay.
So I don't know if we should have 2 of the
It's
same.
fine because it's promising.
Yeah, I do like those 3 games.
It's promising. It doesn't matter if we have the same selections.
Yeah. Okay. Well, mine is Lions money line against the Ravens.
So 10 play max. We both have it. 10 unit max.
Yeah, I really like the Lions to win this week. Raiders to win against the Bears. I just like what I'm seeing from their defense a lot, to be honest. Chiefs money line versus the Chargers. We always win against the Chargers. Even it'll probably be a field goal game. Like we'll probably win by 3, but we always just find a way to win against them. And then Rams money line versus the Steelers. And that is plus 744 odds. So $10 pays $74.
There you go. And that is the promising parlays.
Yes.
We cannot do the applause. I'm bummed out that we can't do it. I like the harp. No, none of them are working. Sorry that the soundboard's not working right now.
Yeah, but we got video now, so
we do have video. Hopefully, have video. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Let's hope so. Yeah, it looks like it's working.
I'd be surprised if it didn't. However, that brings us to the end of the podcast.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to kind of go over before we finish?
Not really, but I think that the Jags game is going to go under. We can't really, it won't get up in time for people to bet.
You could throw it up. It may be up.
Yeah.
I don't know, because Spotify's pretty quick at getting it up. So
even if Lawrence plays, even if he doesn't play, I think this game goes under 40. There's a thing. 12 straight Saints games have gone under.
Wow.
So.
Crazy.
A recipe for disaster.
There you go. 40.5 is small, though.
That's 20-17 still hit.
That is true.
I could see it being 20-17.
That is true. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first.
Yeah, I think I don't know what else, but I think that it's going to be a good week of football.
It's going to be a great week of football.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We hope you have an amazing week 7. Enjoy tonight. Enjoy the game. Enjoy Sunday.
Yes.
And enjoy the awesome Sunday nighter that the NFL has dialed up for us this week. It's been a while since we have a really solid primetime game. So
yeah, I agree. They've been pretty underwhelming.
They have. So this is going to be an awesome game. It's going to be a good
game. I'm excited to watch it. And see
Very much looking forward to it. You'll be watching it from Kansas City, but
yeah.
Either way, you'll be watching it. So thanks, everybody. We hope you have an awesome rest of your week and a great week 7. We will see you next week.